Despite medical and scientific data, Sky News and BBC News continue to spread fear and propaganda to make sure that restrictions and lockdowns return.
You know what, a lot of people are keeping them on and it's making me feel a lot safer.
It's all about feelings. It's going to make them feel safer. Now, it's a choice. Always been a choice. Even before all this chaos, there were people walking around, of course from China, specifically as well in Asia, out there walking, driving in their cars. That's choice. I don't care what you do. But let's not go against science and how actual airborne situations actually work. So Sky News spreading this propaganda. I'm going to show you more clips because it gets funnier. And then we're going to talk about the BBC and the Labour Party.
It's the bare minimum, in my opinion, to make sure that, to just ensure not only my safety, but everyone else's safety,
You do know the way you're wearing that here on your chin and decorative coverings in general, they don't do anything. You're completely destroyed that. Like, there's no hygiene involved with the way you're wearing that. And the way these kids pick them up, put them in their pockets, and then sneeze into them, and then touch everybody else. And that's not how it works.
And I feel like we all need to work together to, minimise the cases as much as possible. So I think I would be keeping my mask on.
Okay, is this obsession with cases, new cases, all because of the media? It's all the propaganda, the mainstream media, and the idiots in the Labour Party and the others who keep going around saying, "Oh, let's focus on cases." What about all the other airborne viruses, including the flu? Like, cases go up, doesn't really matter. If, of course, with immunity and, you've taken your jab, and if it's effective, it's effective. And if you want to be, of course, feel safe. If you want to feel safe, then feel safe. Get Deliveroo, work on Zoom, stay in your garden, hang out with Jeremy Corbyn. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but don't destroy everyone else's lives when people are literally, at this point, experiencing hardship, financially, economically, of course, and on a society level, mental health and everything else, because you don't want to feel unsafe.
I'll be keeping it on because it makes me feel safer, and I want to keep my family and my friends safe as well.
Yeah, it makes me feel safer. It's all because of these idiots and the likes of Richard Bergen, who stood on the Parliament yesterday, a couple of days ago, and said this.
The rush to remove the requirement for masks, including on public transport, will cause people to fall ill and die unnecessarily. Isn't this...
That's not how it works. Genuinely, Richard, that's not how it works. But luckily, the Prime Minister stood up and said this.
Not for the first time. I don't think he's right. I think we should trust to the judgment of the British people, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, that's fair. I agree with the Prime Minister, which is quite rare these days. But let's forget about these guys, the Sky News. Let's talk about the BBC. BBC spent the whole week going around interviewing people on the streets, and they managed to find every single person who loved coverings. And then on their website, they have this guide page. How not to wear your covering. Actually, this is a lesson to those kids who had the coverings on their chin and thought that they were feeling safe. You're literally... Also, what is this? Look at the one on the right. Do not wear on your forehead. What sort of an idiot? So, the moral of the story is that in the eyes of the BBC News staff and executive and producers and the researchers, we are all idiots, all of us. They are treating the British public like stupid children. So I'm not surprised that a teenage kid was, of course, brainwashed and wants to feel safe. So they put the covering instead of here, probably on the forehead, or like that, those kids on the chin, and be like, "Oh, I feel safe now." I get that because they're kids. But the rest of the British population, are you seriously telling me that you have to put on your website this? Don't wear it on your forehead. That's not how you protect yourself from airborne virus. It's patronizing. Also, part of the website, this page, is a combination of everything. Top part is patronizing. The bottom part, I'm not going to show you, just go on. I'm not going to promote the BBC. Bottom part is just condescending. The rest of it is just full on lies. And no one is actually challenging these idiots. So I'm going to do it because no one else is doing it. But we're going to go with science. We're going to go with logic, not feelings. I don't care about your feelings. Stop it. If you want to feel safe, as I said, hang around your garden and get Deliveroo or Uber Eats. But if you're in a village, then obviously get your neighbour to put things in your, I don't know, through your door. Thanks and guys for watching. I'm going to come back at some point with more updates on my Tousi and we of the media.